Yo, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? Yo, I just dropped my daughter off at her homegirl's quinceañera, her and her little friend. And I'm heading to get me something to eat, man. But peep game, man, we got to rap about what the fuck just happened about 30 minutes ago or so, man. It's levels. It's as simple as that, man. It's levels, man. Shout out to Zerto. But this is why you can't be coddled. This is why you can't be coddled in your career, man. Out of sake of protecting your investment. This is why you can't do that. You have to go through adversity. You have to go through adversity. You have to fight in 50-50 fights or 60-40 fights where your opponent is a live dog in the fight. You have to fight in those type of fights to prepare you for when you're in front of a fighter that you are the blatant favorite to lose in. You have to fight in meaningful fights because they sculpt and mold you for fights like this. You can't just be coddled for your entire career. You can't be. Zerto could have had a legitimate chance in there had he been fighting motherfuckers that he should have been fighting. I don't think he has a terrible resume. I mean, I'm not mad at Sullivan Barrera. I'm not mad at Gonzalez. I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at that. I'm honestly not, man. But you have to get in there. Bivol has been fighting top opposition since he became a pro, pretty much. After he fought Sullivan Barrera years ago, he was mad. He was like, oh yeah, yo, this is where it's at. You stagnate your fighter when you coddle him and put him in fights that he's dominating in. He has no chance in sharpening and polishing out the wrinkles in his game. He has no chance in doing that shit because you will not allow him to have those deficiencies exposed. And when they get exposed, here we are, right here. Bivol beat that man with Bivol's feet beat that man. His feet beat him. He never put himself in the crosshairs of that man's left straight to come down the pike. He stayed on that man's. He stayed on the outside of that man's lead hand. Just little small steps he would take, little half steps he would take to his left, to Bivol's left. He dominated the foot position in battle. Zerto was trying to get into position to land that left hand, and he could not find it. He couldn't get there because Bivol just little slight half steps to put himself outside of the line of fire. And it caused him to get teed on, man. I was real nervous about Bivol stepping in behind those stepping in behind his straight shots to kind of stand in the pocket and bang and willfully enter into exchanges, man. I did not want him doing that. I'm like, yo, man, you're going to have to be easy doing that, man, because, you're making his job easier. But he's so fast on his feet. His in and out game is ridiculous, man. And he was so comfortable stepping into the kill box that it was like, yo, man, like, it's whatever. He take a deep step in, let a few, bro. It was a point he threw like 10 punches in a row at Zerto and no answer. He got no answer. He got no answer whatsoever. I thought he would put up a bigger. I thought Bivol will look as dominant as he did around about the middle rounds. I had no clue that it'd be a shutout like that. I only gave Zerto like 2 rounds. No, I only gave Zerto 1 round. I'm super tripping. I only gave him 1 round. 1. He just like, bro, Zerto was never in position to set anything up. He got punished every time he lunged in. He wouldn't even lunge. He would throw an educated shot, but Bivol was just sharper. And he'd catch him, clip him, just little small scoring shots, precise and accurate, crisp punches that your average eye wouldn't be able to see. But he was just outlanding them. He was outworking them. He was beating them in exchanges. Zurdo never looked comfortable in there. Only time he looked comfortable, it was, what was that, the 10th round when Bivol just laid on the rope. He just laid on the rope and allowed Zurdo to tee off. But he was so scared of the counter, it's like he was still fighting with precautions. This is why, right here, why you can't allow your fighter to be coddled. This is why. Y'all have to start letting these dudes fight, man. Y'all have to stop with all this bullshit. Yo, protect the investment shit, man. That shit is going to work to your detriment. It's going to work to your detriment, man. Now, Zurdo, this isn't the end of Zurdo. I don't want nobody to get it fucked up. Because people jump out the window with these knee-jerk reactions. I had no doubt in my mind that Bivol was going to win the fight. Just like I had no doubt in my mind that he was going to beat Canelo Alvarez. Bivol's a different motherfucker. He's different. But he could have, he could have amplified his chances in winning had he been put in there with better opposition. Like, come on, man. This is his first. There's no reason why Bivol should be his first championship bout at 175 pounds, bro. When you're a former world champion, you should have been in there with the likes of Canelo Alvarez. You should have been in there with the likes of goddamn, at least, Marcus Brown, somebody of that ilk, something. You should have been in there with these type of individuals. Some dudes that's gonna make you work. Some dudes with skill that's gonna, that's gonna highlight those deficiencies in your game. Now, I don't think Zurdo's a bad boxer. I honestly don't, man. But he was just ill-equipped in this fight because he could never fight through the adversity that he was facing. He could never get comfortable. He never went for it. Oh shit! Go. Train is coming. That's the first time I ever heard a train come on that track, bro. That shit crazy. But he was never in position. He was, like I said, he was never comfortable in there. Never. He was never comfortable in there. He could never find his way. He was drowning the whole fight. The minute Bivol got comfortable, he came out comfortable because he was pressing the action. The minute he stepped in behind that 1-2, it was like downhill momentum for him. And it was an uphill battle for Zurdo. He dominated him. He ain't beat his ass in the sense of like, he ain't come out there with like, his face all blemished and all that. Nah. He just put on a boxing masterclass. He just put on a elite, he showed that there's levels. There's levels. For the last time, you can't coddle your fighters. You have to let them go. You have to let them go. Y'all promoters have to start putting it back into the ear of the public. Fighters are gonna lose. That's just how it goes. If every fighter retired undefeated, there would be no big fights because somebody has to lose. Y'all need to start setting that precedent and stop with this undefeated shit. Oh, he got 2 losses. He got losses. All the greats do. 99% of the greats have multiple losses. Who the fuck cares? %80 of them have knockout losses. Who the fuck cares? Because in a lot of cases, Marvin Hagler has a loss. Marvin Hagler has a loss, but in the eyes of the people, he did not lose that fight to Sugar Ray Leonard. You have to let these fighters go and fight. Otherwise, you run into situations like this. You run into situations like this. Coddling your fighters, man. Zurdo went in there and he just got outboxed. Clearly, concisely. It's no debating who won that fight. I'm having a conversation with my guy. He like, yeah, I got it 4-up. I'm like, what 4 rounds could you have possibly given to this man? I did not recall this dude winning a round. Zurdo would hit him and he'd hit him back 2 and 3 times. He just put on a master class or just a boxing clinic on this man. Zurdo was just ill-equipped to deal with Bivol. Man, he may have been ill-equipped even if he was in the big fights, man. But the difference is like Manny Pacquiao and Floyd. It could have been in situations like that, but at least his tools would have been a lot more sharpened had he went through that adversity. You know how to, all right, cool. At least not be scared to adventure and try new ideas. You know, at least you can lead with your left first, and then step in behind your left straight and throw the right hook over the top of that. He wouldn't have been afraid to take chances, man. But because he was so scared of the counter, he had never been in those situations like that with this caliber fighter. Stop coddling these grown-ass men and let them lament their legacy. Let them forge their own legacy, man. Get out of their fucking way. And if y'all cut him from Golden Boy, y'all are really some busters for that. If y'all X him off, if y'all let him go, y'all are some busters for that. It's not his fault that he's a victim of terrible matchmaking. Not terrible matchmaking, but not the best matchmaking. I could have did a lot better by this man, but y'all didn't because y'all want to protect the investment. Protect the investment, protect the investment, protect the investment. Just for shit like this to happen because you wanted to protect the investment instead of molding your fighter. Protect the investment, sharpen your fighter's tools. You want his deficiencies to be brought to the light so you can work on them. But you can't work on them if you don't know what you're looking for. Shame on you. Shout out to Bivol. He just might be the fighter of the year. He just might be. I don't see how you can't give it to him after he dominated Canelo Alvarez and then turns around and dominates Zurdo Ramirez, his Mando. How doesn't he get fighter of the year? How doesn't he get fighter of the year? Could you say Jermell? Yeah. You could say Jermell. But we might have to go with Bivol. We might have to go with Bivol. Stop coddling fighters. That's what it all boils down to. Stop coddling fighters and let them fight. Damn. That's pretty much all I gotta say about it, man. Oh my God, man. It's levels. It's levels to boxing. I'm gonna go get my shit first. There's levels to this shit, man. And you will not get to that next level if you allow your promoter and your manager to hinder you from reaching. Floyd is plateauing Tank. He's plateauing him because he does not put that man in the meaningful fights. I'm hearing Abner Mares. If he fights Abner Mares next, oh my fucking God. You have to fight in hard fights to better prepare you for these type of fights. You fuck yourself when you don't do that. I'm outie, man. Deuces.